Okay. All right. Hey Google, restart video.
Hey everyone, Scott Innes, voice actor, Hollywood actor, movie star. Don't believe all that. I'm a legend in my own mind. Hey, you know me better as the voice of some of the most popular cartoon characters in the world. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, Scrappy-Dappy-Doo, Puppy Power, Lion Shaggy too. And you got the Sullivan Project podcast coming at you right now.
Hey Google, stop. Hey Google, turn your volume to 50%. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Sullivan Project podcast. I'm your host, Harold Sullivan. Hey Google, what time is it?
It's 1:09 p.m.
In case y'all haven't tuned in before, this is how I've been taking notes. Last few years, I lost my sight about 2.5 years ago. I was actually born with an autoimmune disease, and I'm 45 now, and didn't think, you just truck it along, and things happen, you just, you go with it. Hey Google, stop. Wow. See, the spooky, if you haven't tuned in before, I got a lot of paranormal activity. I did actually a paranormal contact video. I mean, these things play on their own, these smart devices and stuff. Maybe that happens sometimes, but it's constant with the devices I have. But yeah, I lost my sight. I have been able to walk since I was 10. I'm 45 now. And we all have problems, like I like to say. Everyone has a story, and you can't judge a book by its cover. So, on this podcast, we're all one. So, we like to have people come on, just talk, no judgment, chill. It's just like you're sitting around the table with your friends, and you can just be free. So, if you want to be on the podcast, let me know. You can contact the show, 724-513-1472, or you can email hs19782015@outlook.com, or you can contact us on social media. YouTube, Harold Sullivan 78, TikTok, Harold Sullivan 78, Facebook, Harold Sullivan period 35. And you can be a guest, audio or video, or you can just, if you want me to just say something for you. We talk about paranormal, metaphysical, spiritual, supernatural, and anything else, movies, TV, sports, just life, catfish, we've done that stuff. If you need to get out something, just get it out. Now's the time. Everything's about energy, and people don't realize you can feel so much better, you can be better, you can do better. And you don't have to be, carrying what you got with you. You don't have to be suffering. You don't have to be in pain. You don't have to do none of that. And hopefully here, you can just get away on the podcast, listen, have some fun, and maybe I can help you all. And it could help me. Like I said, all is one. So, Valentine's Day is coming up. So we're going to talk about love a little bit. And actually, I have some guest cameos. I've had celebrities on before, and I got some more coming up, so I'm excited about that. I'm actually working on some songs now, recording lyrics in my own voice, and doing the piano and the keyboard, working on an oracle card deck as well. So I've got a bunch of things, and my book, The Sullivan Project, is what the book was going to be. And then I started the podcast. So, but I still have the book. I've been close to death like 30 times. So I have a lot of just stuff to put in there. And if anybody wants to help with any of this, I'd appreciate it. Let me know. My brother-in-law and my sister help me when they can, and it's just me being blind. And I can barely move my hands and arms and legs and all that. And so I'm doing what I can, though. I told God I'd help. Whatever I could to help anybody, and we can all do something. Doesn't matter what, just the littlest thing. Whether it's a phone call to somebody, or just telling somebody you love them. You should love unconditionally. That's one of the things I got from Spirit after I lost my sight when I asked, well, what's the deal? Why are we here? And I was told, love unconditional first. And then we have to learn and teach. We should do at least one of those three each moment. Because this isn't a playground here. I mean, we can have fun, but we're also here to accomplish things. So I've had all that open to me, the knowledge, because I needed it. We all need it. We're just cloudy for the day we're born. And it takes a lot to get that washed away. But when you start getting that film with the veil taken away, things are a lot brighter. Uh, all meant for that, because I didn't know I was in a spot. So, and talked to Danny recently, my god baby's father, one of my good friends. So I got two god babies now, Gabriella and Adeline. They're both under 2. They're my rainbows, basically. So let's talk a little bit about some other stuff. Oh, we did a Texas Chainsaw Massacre podcast, Everything Texas Chainsaw Massacre, recently, and okay, I went to the 35th anniversary. I think it was in 2009, and I didn't mention the cameraman. I believe he was on the first or second Texas Chainsaw film. Was actually murdered the day before this reunion, so he wasn't able to be there. He was supposed to, and so I found it out at the reunion. I was like, somebody's missing here, and here it was him. And, God bless him. He's in a better place now. I don't know what the story was, but it was a fan apparently. And I was all those years later, 35 years later. Wow. Or maybe it wasn't a fan, but somehow the cameraman was killed before the 35th anniversary. Also, we did a Nightmare on Elm Street review recently. We talked about Wes Craven. And so I want to mention about Wes Craven, how he came up with the idea for Freddy Krueger. There was a bully in his school named Fred, I believe. So that's the name. And then he had an old man with a hat and a trench coat that used to walk around his town. And he would look out his window and he would just see the man. Somehow the man knew that he was looking at him and looked back. And that kind of gave him the idea of the eyes and the hat and the scary man. The colors green and red are the hardest for the eyes to see together. And him being intelligent, Wes Craven, and a teacher, I believe he was a philosophy teacher. So he put that in there. He also put in the claw thing. The man with the claw and the razors. And he thought of what is the most modern. What's the oldest weapon you could think of, and that would be a bear with a claw. So he came up with the idea of making a claw for a man, primal, most primitive weapon. And then as far as the people dying and the kids dying in their sleep, that was actually happening. And there's still unexplained stories that were happening in like the 70s and 80s. And these teenagers and young adults were going to sleep and not waking up. And they even found a coffee pot in one of the closets. Talking about here. Another thing is, my mom and dad both passed away 6 months apart, like 7 years ago now. My mom died, she was overweight. And I was talking to my sister the other day about it, and just making conversation. My mom was cremated. And you know what? They actually charge you more for your weight. Like they considered her overweight because she was about 400 pounds, my mom 300. And they actually charged my sister or whoever extra money because of the extra pounds. Because I was like kind of joking, but not really. I was wondering if a body, if someone weighs more, is there more ashes? And I mean, I guess there really is. I wasn't really, serious about it, but no, that led to the conversation that yes, there's more ashes, and then they charge you more for the weight of the ashes, like to cremate the person. That's sick, in my opinion. Doesn't make sense to me. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember about camera?
Here's what he told you. First, overweight camera afraid and jump the shark.
Hey Google, stop. Yep. Okay, and then jump the shark is a.
Nothing's playing right now.
Hey Google, stop it. Jump the shark is a phrase that's familiar, and a lot of people don't know where that came from, and I didn't know. But it's actually from the old show Happy Days, and there was an episode later on where I guess like most stuff, shows can't hang on, so they're trying gimmicks and whatnot. So I guess they had Fonzie jumping a shark with his leather jacket and all, out on skis and whatnot. And it was, and then ever since then, they call it jumping the shark when somebody does something, to try to, you know, rejuvenate or revitalize their stuff. So, and I didn't know that. And you would think, where would that? That's the oddest thing. Just like the phrase "Saved by the Bell," you would think that would come from school of boxing, right? And recently I mentioned that. No, it comes from people who were getting buried alive. It happened too often, hundreds of years ago. So they used to put a bell in the casket, apparently, so you could hear someone ring that bell to the last second. So that "Saved by the Bell" actually means when people were ringing the bell to save their life so they could get out of the casket. Talk about just eerie, right? But yeah, let's mention love, different kinds of love, things you could love, uh, songs about love. How about books? Men Are From Mars, Women From Venus is a good book on relationships about love. It's on audio and regular. So if you're blind, disabled, whatever, uh, check that out. There's a book called How to Play the Game of Life and Win or something like that. Very good too. It's about just every day. Let's see. And then we got, how about some songs? Some of my favorite songs about love. We got I'll Be the One, I think it's Backstreet Boys. We have Aerosmith, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. We got Let's Make Love and uh, Let's Make Love and It's Your Love. And those are both Faith Hill and Tim McGraw. The Power of Love, Huey Lewis, right? And then how about some sayings, some soloisms I'll come up with. Of course, we always end the show with "Love is a choice and so is to hate." I came to meet by spirit. Uh, Love the soul, not the shell. I've been saying that for a long time since I was young. And then I love my scars is another one. You love your scars. That makes you you. You've been through stuff. And if you have scars inside or outside, love them. You know, love is the highest frequency, and fear is the lowest. Fear doesn't really exist. There's no such thing. You have to feed it. If you don't feed it, there's nothing there. So if you keep your level up, your love will come to you. Okay, and you should always be unconditional, no matter what. Fight fire with water. The other person or other people can't feel what you're feeling, good or bad. So you have a choice, and you can decide how you respond or react. Which I say, respond, don't react. Come in with the love no matter what. Don't let someone change you. Don't let them make you something different. You know, just be you, be light, because that's what we all are. We come from one little drop of light. Just think about the ocean, we're one drop. And mine's pink, so when it hits the water, it turns everything else pink. So it's like I'm coming in a room, my energy or whatever your energy is, it comes in the room, and you can change the energy just by coming in or being around. It's that simple. We can love each other, we can heal each other, we can help each other. You can love and heal and help yourself as well. It's all there, we got it all. It's just we've forgotten, and we've been brainwashed, and we've been erased, and everything else has happened over thousands of years. So let's talk about love. What are kinds of love? You have family love, you have things you love to do. It's all different. You have like love, like as a relationship love too. There's all different kinds of love. Like I have someone I'm interested in, and I've had it before, and it hasn't turned out. I've never been married and I haven't had kids yet. I really haven't experienced anything in that. But when I get that feeling, like as far as what I think is love, like romantic love, that person just makes me like, I just want to be around them. I don't even have to be speaking to them. It's just their energy, and just I want to absorb them and just be with them and just enjoy them. Uh, it doesn't have to be a certain color, age, race. Like none of them things are inside. That doesn't matter. We're all the same. And when you're blind, you touch someone, it feels the same. The energy is energy. Doesn't matter how tall they are, or they got this weight or that weight, or what they're wearing, or glasses, none of that stuff. Love is love, right? So I'm all about that. Just the way that person makes me feel. It doesn't. That's really the main thing. And then I can't stop thinking about them. I always want to be with them. I wonder what they're doing. I want to make sure they're okay. I'm pretty much I would do anything, like die for that person. And how many people would actually say that they would just throw themselves in front of something to save another person? And don't just say those words, like saying "I love you." That, when I say that, then that means something. And I'm not going to just say it. And I say to y'all, "I love you." I love y'all because I do. I'm so happy just to be alive. My hip is hurting, so I'm in pain. But like I said, I'm happy to be alive. We all got things, and it doesn't matter what they are, big or little. But there's no, uh, there's no weight here. There's no game. There's no like judging on one thing or another. We all can handle and do certain things. So things we love. Hey, sunshine, right? Pretty flowers, which I haven't seen for a while. Just the way the flowers smell. Baby smiling. Just a little baby. They put the baby down. The baby starts to walk. So cute, right? Little baby clothes. Animals, kittens. The way that when they come up and you just hold the animal and then you just feel that like that affection and that love. And animals don't judge. And even if if you did something to that, well, nobody should do anything to an animal, but they will still love you, and they will still come back and save your life if they have a chance to. So that's what's different about animals and humans. Animals, they're unconditional too, or they're unconditional. Humans aren't, but they should be. Humans are all all of you don't do this, don't do that, and I'm not gonna feel this way. That's wrong. Animals, they're gonna love you. Okay, and I love them too. There's nothing like a good pet. uh, Cat, dog, whatever, a bird. That bird chirps at you. That bird's looking forward to you coming in the room, right? There's nothing better than that. Uh, and you should cherish people while they're around. Like I said, people die. My mom and dad died. I've had over 30 people I know that died. Now, I can't taste my dad's cooking or my mom's cooking anymore. You know, we had rough times, but I'm remembering the good times, and that's what I'm missing. No, you don't miss the bad times. You miss uh, the way that person cooked it. No matter what, somebody else can't make the food the same because it's just that's one of them things too. It's all about love and care and what that person puts into it. So, passion, and no two people are alike. So that's amazing too about cooking. You could have recipes, people put the same stuff in, but no two people's food tastes the same. The rest of the cooking was done, but yeah, I can't get that anymore. You know, I don't know, my mom and dad's cooking. And then we think about, you know, things are always tough, and then we look back and we're like, wait a minute, those times were better. So I never thought I'd be here in this situation of being blind and everything now. But I had never even read a page. Well, I did one page in the Bible years ago, but I actually just started my 11th time through the audio Bible, 2,189 chapters. So I never would have did that had I had my sight problem. I never thought uh, about getting, into religion. I've went through and I've gotten 30 or close to 30 books of gospel books that are missing from the Bible that I've been researching for y'all to put in my book because I want to have resources in my book, in my book / biography. I want to help any way I can. So if there's books in there, I'm going to have some of my favorite books, some movies, songs, just whatever I can put in, plus my life. And your soul's your most important thing. So that's why I think if you're into the Bible, you're Christian, whatever religion, and you have questions, you should be able to get the answers, and then make your own decision, or at least believe in you. Is what I like to say. You don't have to have a category or this go here or there go here or a group, right? And don't let anybody tell you that either, because I believe we all have a freedom of choice. We have free will. You could choose to follow this or do that. It's up to you. But if all else fails, there's you. You have you. Believe in one. Or believe in you. And just all is one. And we're all one. But just believe in you and you take care of it. And you got it all in you. You don't have to rely on something else. If you want to, you can, and you should have people to rely on. You know, don't be afraid. If you have that person that says, "Hey, I'll do this for you," let them do their thing. If you need help sometimes. Now, if you can tell they're just offering, they're not going to really uh, help you out, then don't waste your energy and don't hurt yourself more. But if someone is sincere, let them love you and love them back. Because we all, like I said, we all are connected. We all need each other, and when one helps another, it keeps going. And they can feel good inside too by helping you a little and knowing that they helped you. And if you deny them of that, then that's their part they can't do. And then you want to do your part. That nothing should make you happier than helping someone else. Helping someone else should make you happier than helping yourself. You know what I mean? Because it ain't about you. So, hey Google, what time is it?
1:29 p.m.
But I'm rambling on about different things here, but it's all about love. I didn't know what that was. I was in an abusive family growing up, and my dad hugged me. He used to tell me he loved me when he would come visit me. But as far as really love, like I don't know, I didn't know what that was. Then I lost my sight, found God, prayed, and now I get the angels or whoever you want to say to come down, and it brightens up for me. And sometimes it just happens. Sometimes I ask for it, and I feel so good. It's like going to church and you come out and you just have that like being, revived or born again. That unconditional love just showers me. And it's only momentarily, but it's just the best feeling in the world. Takes the pain away and all that. It's better than any drug. We're trying to get high to get to where we came from because we're disconnected and we're not home. And but we don't need that. Just be yourself, be the light, find God, or just, like I said, you don't have to have a certain religion. Just do right, and you will be the light, and you will get that love and unconditional feeling that's better than any drug you can, better than any high. Okay, none of those last long. Okay, and they're not going to until we get to heaven. But and then if you believe what I do, we reincarnate and come back again. So we're constantly chasing that little buzz, but that buzz is God. That buzz is the light, and it's in there. And you can recreate that by doing little good things for people and having them do things for you, and get high on the positive things that Earth gives you, not the negative things that are going to hurt you or cause other people problems or cause you harm. Because then that just makes it worse in the long run, and then you're kind of defeating the purpose of feeling good. If you're trashing yourself in the end, right? But yeah, I got some essential oils too. I'm making. If anybody wants any of this stuff, I got jewelry too. Free of charge. Just pay shipping. PayPal's fine. You can find me on Facebook or the Messenger or YouTube. But I got essential oils and I got jewelry I've been doing. And these oracle cards, I'm making an oracle deck with my god baby. And I appreciate y'all. We're still trying to get a hold of Daniel Suarez. So if anybody can get a hold of him, the race car driver, he said he wants to be on the podcast. And he's already been on. He did a trailer for me, but I can't get a hold of him personally. He said to contact Drew Brown, his public relations. So anybody that can help, give him my information. And I appreciate y'all. We're going to end the podcast soon. And be the light. I love y'all. Love the choice and so is the hate. We'll have some more guests. Chris and I will be talking about some stuff. And anybody else who wants to come on. No judgment. I'm not the judge, just a messenger. Everyone has a story. You can't judge a book by its cover.